Hello all you Hellraisers. How's it going? I know it's been a while since I put a movie review out, but today is the day. And it's not going to be a movie review, it's going to be a TV show review. Now, I know y'all have heard of American Horror Story. I have. It's one of my favorite shows. One of the longest shows out there besides Supernatural. But will it get much seasons like Supernatural? Maybe. We don't know. I don't know. Possibly. Quite possibly. But I'm here to review the new season, Season 9, 1984. Now, right out the gate, I'm going to say there might be a little bit of spoilers in here. Alright, just a little bit. Not a lot. I'm just going to throw some plot points out there and some regular just day stuff. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it, because I quite personally like the aspect of 1984. It's slasher based. It's important to the horror genre, but how they do it is so cool, so sweet. It's a mix-up between good gore and drama. Okay, that's not a good analogy. Maybe more like good gore and awful gore. Okay, so awful gore would be like Evil Dead. Okay, and when I mean awful gore, I mean it's beautiful, but it's excessive. All right, and that's what makes Evil Dead so good. Whereas slasher, it's kind of in the middle. Alright, it's not excessive, and it's not less, okay? Nobody likes little pity gore. I like practical effects, which they do throw that in there, and they throw some CGI stuff, which is really cool. Now, Evil Dead, what's really impressive with that is it's practical effects. A lot of it's practical effects, and it's beautiful. It's done perfectly, and it's just messy. I love that. But it's also how you shoot it. How you shoot it makes it look good, and how they shoot it in 1984 is really good. And first spoiler right out the gate would be, okay, first off, what they do, they throw in, you know how the trope of how they throw in some real life characters and make their own twist on it. Well, they do it here, but they also have their own slasher guy, or slasher villain, so to speak, which is original in my opinion. It's really nice. It's how they do it, the backstory, but they do it with a twist. And just watch it and stay tuned. It's also one of their shortest seasons. It's only 9 episodes, but it's cut to the chase, which I love it. And then they throw in a lot of serial killers, real life serial killers. The first serial killer they put in is Richard Ramirez, which is he terrorized from 1984 to 1985. Had a short killing spree. A total of 13 or 14 victims in real life, and they call him the Night Stalker, which they implement that. And then they really touch up on the Satanism type of trope aspect of the character really well, and they they throw it. And then you have another oddball. I've never heard of him. I can't remember the name, but he had a knack of tying up his victims at the back of his car and driving, which is a horrible way to go. Don't look it up. It's awful. I'm surprised they don't have the Zodiac Killer in this, but in the same sense, Zodiac Killer's in the 70s, whereas, you know, he had a longer spring, which is crazy. Sad. You also have a bunch of other killers. You have Jeffrey Dahmer in the 80s too. I think he got caught in I want to say 90s. I can't remember, but he did get caught. He's already dead. Richard Ramirez already dead. But without further ado, I think it's really nice. I think they throw in some newer actors in there. which I love. I think that it's good to introduce newer actors each season instead of having the same. They do have a couple of new one of the old cast, but they don't have my baby girl in it. My baby girl, she did Ratchet instead of this season, I'm guessing. Ratchet, check that out. That's a really good TV show. It's crazy. Crazy. It does also have another guy from the series as well, from the American Horror Story series, implemented in Ratchet. He's also at the end. He's not in the beginning. He's at the near the end. You know who I'm talking about. But the way they set this up, okay, the way they set the campground up, it gives you a Friday the 13th vibe with some serial killers in there. But it also reminds me of Horror House. You know how Horror House, where it has, if you die, you're stuck in the house. It has that vibe to it. And that's all I can give away without doing too much. But it's really good. It's really good how they do it. I love it. It's really funny in some aspects. It's really just gooky. I would rate this TV show this season a good 9 out of 10 because of there's some certain aspects I didn't like about it, and some certain aspects I loved about it. I think it was just too short. I wish it was a little bit longer, a little spaced out, or had it where it was just short stories where you had the campground and then you have multiple genres of the slasher genre, which would have been cool to see. But they did their own twist, which I love and appreciate. American Horror Story is really taboo. It touches taboos where it does its own twist and shows how American culture has its own horror to it, an own horror vibe to it. It would have also been nice to see Charles Manson in this season. There's some things they could have done really good, and some things they could have just left alone. I think it's fair to say that it's one of the better seasons. It's better than Roanoke. It's better than Apocalypse, because I didn't like Apocalypse. I didn't finish Apocalypse, truth be said. I just couldn't get into it. But it would be in my top 5. It's my new top 5. My top 5 would be Hotel, love Hotel, 84, Horror House, Asylum, and Creepshow. Those are my 5 favorites. Comment down below what your 5 favorites are, and don't be shy to express your feelings on the channel. That's what we're here for, is to get people to openly conversate about what they love and what they want to look at and what they want to see, and we'll bring it to the table for you. With that said, there's some more stuff we're going to do. We're going to start doing hot sauce reviews. Check out the new Manhattan video, how to make a Manhattan video as well. We're going to put those out maybe once a week or once every other week. But check out and check that out, because we're gonna. That's one thing we're gonna do and present to y'all. I don't know which one I'm gonna do next, because I gotta get some supplies, because making mixed drinks, it's what's the word? I won't say time consuming, but it takes some prep to it, and it's an art. So I want to make the best of I can do. So without further ado, though, check us out. We got more videos coming, and stay frosty, America.